Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to yet another beautiful day in the Biology Bunker, where today our topic of conversation is Marvin the Martian and whether or not he is going to be successful in his trial. So let's dive in and take a look. All right, so your number reference here is number 29 when you go into Google Classroom and you see you have several different instructions. Alrighty, it says, first of all, you're going to be working with a partner. All right, so first things first, I would go ahead and open up all of the tabs that you need in order to just go ahead and be prepared when we are diving in. Okay, so first thing you're going to need to open is this PDF right here that says Marvin the Martian. And then the other thing, if you don't remember when we had our conversation about what makes something living and what classifies something as living, then I would also skinny down right here to number 28 where we had that PowerPoint. So I would also open that one up in case I need to reference it. The best place for you to go on that PowerPoint to reference it is this right here. Alrighty, so what does it mean for us to be alive or for anything, even if it is a plant, even if it is a teeny tiny slug that is just slugging along the ground? What does it mean for it to be alive? It has to fit these 7 categories, okay? That is going to be extraordinarily important in just a moment. So hang tight to that information, and then let's go check out Marvin the Martian. Your instructions here, first of all, with your partner, meaning who you are physically sitting beside, says prepare your argument for either the prosecution or defense. Okay, so defense is going to be for Marvin, and then the prosecution is going to be against Marvin. So keep that in mind when I tell you that you are the prosecution or the defense. Alrighty? And then it says individually record your evidence using Cami, a shared Google Doc, a paper, etc. All right, so let's dive in and let's see what we've got going on here with Marvin. Okay, if you are not familiar, Marvin the Martian is one of the coolest little characters, devious little characters that I've ever seen in cartoon history. All right, so you guys know how to read this, but essentially it's saying that during a mission to Mars, Marvin the Martian locates a car. He captures it and he brings it back, and he is just convinced because of all of these reasons right here that this car is living. Says that he first saw the life form rolling along the road in a large number. They were giving off clouds of waste. So he goes through this whole scenario of this is why he feels that it is living. So if you are a part of the defense, you have to read that with the perspective of, okay, well, if it is rolling along the road, then that is going to match up with something right here. Alrighty. If you are on the prosecution, you would come up with a reason as to why that doesn't mean that it's living and that it's just moving because of some other mechatronic reason. All right. So right here, it says our task is that we're working for a newspaper and we're trying to help either the prosecution or the defense. Okay. Once again, the defense is going to be saying this is a living organism. This car is a living organism. The prosecution, however, is going to be saying, no, I don't think so. That is not a living organism. All right. So right down here, you have cellular organization, chemicals of life, energy use, growth and development, reproduction, response to surroundings. So if we are on Marvin's side, we have to look for some kind of cell organization that we're saying exists. Obviously, we know a car is not living at this point. We haven't gotten there yet. I'm sure Tesla is on that. But as of right now, it's not living. And so we're trying to, if we are the defense, come up with a reason that we think he found that they have cells, chemicals of life that we think he's talking about. This means that it has something that is sustaining it. All right, is where the prosecution, us normal folk that look at a car and say, no, that is not living, we say, okay, it doesn't have organelles. It doesn't have cells. It doesn't have tissues. You get the drift. All right. So once you have your idea, I honestly suggest that you don't do this in Cami because I feel like it would probably be kind of frustrating for you. So I would probably stick with paper, or if you wanted to digitize it, then create a Google Doc and share it between you and your partner. And then move on that way. If you're really rocking and rolling with Cami and you really know how to use it, then go ye therefore. Alrighty. And then part 2 that will happen mañana is going to be that we actually have a trial, and everybody that was on the prosecution, everybody that was on the defense has to argue. Not necessarily scream across the room, argue, but then you get to flip the script and say, this is why the other team is incorrect. And that is actually going to involve some sentence structure tomorrow. Alrighty, so that is the bare bones basics of everything in our Fast Five for this assignment. So I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out. Have an awesome day. Bye, y'all.